Okay, so here it all is. You guys have just sat through this, so you know what it is all about. The square roots are 5 and 6. So I got to find the squares to get my number line. And then anything between there will give me a square root between here. It's the reverse of what we just did, okay? So let's look at this question. I have my square root is 7 and 8. So what are my squares? 7 squared, which is, Marcus? 49, because it's 7 times 7, not 7 times 2. We remember that, right? And 8 squared is 64. So please highlight any decimal between 49 and 64 will give us this square roots that we care about, right? Somebody choose any decimal number between 49 and 64.
58.4.
Okay. So Dale has said 58.4. Austin, what was your answer going to be? 59. That's fine. 59 is a decimal, isn't it? Because it's 59.0, yeah? Somebody give me one more.
58.4.
I said one more. Kian. 51.8. So there's 3 answers, right? How many possible answers are there? Infinite. So I go to my calculator just to prove it. Square root 58. Turn on. Square root 58.4 is 7.6 between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So did Dale give me a right answer? Yes. Austin's was 59. Square root 59. Is that a decimal? Yeah, because it's 59.0, isn't it? Square root of 59 is 7.68. Is that between 7 and 8? Did Austin just get 1 out of 1? Yeah, he had the right answer. Kian gave me 51.8. Square root 51.8. 7.1. Is that between 7 and 8? Did Kian just get 100% on this question? Yeah. Now, give me a fraction between 49 and 64. Because this just killed us 2 seconds ago. Somebody give me a fraction between 49 and 64. 36? Has to be between 49 and 64. $50 and 1/3, right? Which would also be 151 over 3. Somebody give me another one. Somebody else's brain in this room works. You just saw Dom give you an example. Notice he started with a whole number that was between 49 and 64, and then he just put a fraction with it. Somebody please prove to me that you can understand what Dom just did for you. Jamin. 52 and 1/4. A number with a fraction that is between 49 and 64. Somebody give me another one. Ethan. 53 and 1/4. Dale. 60 and a half. Are you all picking this up now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to fill in this part because any number between 49 and 64 will work, won't it? Any number. Would this work? 62.3759847. Is that going to be a right answer? Yes. Why? Because it's between 49 and 64. Got it? Okay. You guys try the next one. Between 11 and 12. So these are the roots. So what do I need to do to those roots to find the big numbers? What do I do to the root? Times it by itself. So I'm going to start with 11 times 11, which is what? 121. And 12 times 12, which is what? 144. So any number between what and what? 121 and 144. Give me one. 8 is between 121 and 144, Austin? 140. That would work. Somebody give me another one. 138. Now somebody give me a decimal. Harmeet. 138.56. Somebody give me another decimal. Kian. 8. Good. Somebody give me a fraction. 138 and 3/4. Somebody give me another fraction. Ethan. 1 1/2. Austin. 140 and 3/4. Everyone got it now? That's it. Okay? So, to review, you now have the math tools to do two things, right? The first thing you can do is if I give you a square root that isn't perfect. By the way, have you written down a whole bunch of perfect squares? Yeah, they're in your notes, right? You made that chart for homework a couple of days ago. Yeah. So if I give you a square root that isn't on that chart, like this, square root of 75, you now know how to estimate that without your calculator, don't you? Right? Because 75 is between 64, which is 8, and 81, which is 9. Where is 75 here? Is it closer to 64 or 81? 81. 75's way over here on the number line, isn't it? Yeah. So where is its root? Way over here, close to 9, right? So we're going to say 8 point, how far is it? It's 11 steps, isn't it? 64 to 75. 11 steps out of 17. That's a little bit more than half, isn't it? So I need a decimal a little bit more than half. What's my decimal? What's the decimal of half?
0.5.
0.5. I need to be a little more than 0.5. So what would you say it is? 0.7. 8.7. There's your guess. Got it? Okay. And the other thing you can do is if you know a root, you can find the whole number because it's going to be between the two perfects. Everybody good? Okay. It's Friday. We're going to give Friday of a long weekend. You have a very small assignment in your green book that mine is missing. It's Friday. We can do a small math game a little bit later in the period, but we got to do a bit of work first, like always. The small games are rewards for work. Wait. You guys need to do page 16, 17, and 18, but do not do number 6. 16 to 18, don't do number 6. We're going to spend some time on number 6 on Tuesday. Okay? Don't do number 6. You do all of page 16, all of page 17, and just the top 2, C and D, on page 18. Okay? No, because we're gonna work with it, just not right now, okay? Now you guys, yes, you guys have a long weekend. I don't want you to have homework, which is why I'm shutting up right now and giving you 40 minutes to do these questions. Obviously, you're going to get done, aren't you? Yep. Then we can play a game because it's Friday. Sure. But we're going to play a different game that you haven't played yet. But you'll still have to understand math to do it. The big test, sometime next week, Helena. We have to do the questions for number 6. We're going to do that on Tuesday. Okay? On Wednesday, I'm going to give you a review. That's everything we've done so far. I lie, because you guys already did one review of adding fractions, right? I'm going to give you a review just on square roots. Okay? And then after we mark that review, we'll have our big test. You're going to get that review on Wednesday or Thursday next week. So your big test cannot happen until at the earliest Friday next week. Okay? 3 days next week, you'll be fine. Watch the videos. Okay? Because I'm probably going to do your guys' first test the next week. Because we got one more thing I want to do, and then I want to review it. Okay? Yes. Yes.